So this is what a lot of people couldn't stop talking about. This is what everybody couldn't wait for. This is what all the excitement was about. Black Ops 4. Well, here it is. So let's get this new Call of Duty season started. Alright. What's going on, everybody? This is JMO back again, bringing you my very first Black Ops 4 gameplay video. Now, I know a lot of people have been excited, waiting for this game to come out, and it's finally here. Was I excited, waiting for the game to come out? Can't say that I was, though, but I was looking forward for it to come out. You know, I'm just saying I wasn't excited, though, because I just didn't really know what to expect. So, before I get started on what this video is about, let me tell you what happened on the first day that this game came out. I was really looking forward to playing this game, or playing multiplayer the first night that it came out. So I was driving home on my way from work and planning to leave to GameStop a little bit early to start getting in line, though, because the lines are normally pretty long, or they get pretty long pretty fast. And again, as I was on my way home, my car died out on me. Basically, I ended up having to get my car towed. So to make a long story short, it ended up messing up my plans. I ended up having to get somebody to give me a ride to GameStop, but by the time I got there, the line was long. Luckily, I ended up meeting a couple of new homies by the name of Carlos and Eric, so shout out to you guys. It basically made the waiting a lot easier. You know, we were just basically talking about Call of Duty and, you know, talking about, you know, the UFC and MMA. So anyways, once again, you know, shout out to Eric and Carlos. Now, I didn't get a chance to play multiplayer the first night, but I did the very next day, and I gotta say I'm enjoying it for the most part. So now let's get into what this video is supposed to be about, which is how to level up your weapons quicker. So for those that are playing core and are having a hard time getting their kills, you know, fast enough and leveling up your weapon of choice and get those attachments that you really want, if you're having a hard time, the best and fastest way to level them up is play hardcore. Yep, that's pretty much how you level up those weapons, you know, quicker than normal. So for those that play core and don't really like hardcore or just never really given it a chance, now hear me out on why I believe it's the fastest and easiest way to level up the weapons. Now, as everybody knows that have been following Call of Duty, this is the first Call of Duty where they've actually raised the health on the game. Normally you get 100 health. In this one you get 150 health, which means that it takes about an extra 1 or 2 bullets to kill people now. Now, that may not sound like a lot, though, but as we all know, every now and then, you know, you pretty much, you know, sometimes you have no problem killing people, and other times it just kind of feels like you can unload a whole clip and you're having a hard time killing people. And I know that a lot has to do with, you know, where the server is located compared to your location, so you may end up, you know, dealing with a little bit of lag. So in any case, you know, a lot of times it makes those kills a lot harder when you're playing core, and especially with that extra 150 health. In hardcore, you don't have that problem. 1 or 2 shots and they're pretty much, you know, done. This is what you're seeing me play right now, hardcore, and you see how easily I'm getting those kills. Now, by the way, I'm using the torque specialist, and that's because I like using that radiation shield and the barbed wire, which you get very frequently throughout the game. You know, I like, you know, holding areas down, and so for me this is a perfect specialist because I'm more of a defensive support type player, aka camper. So as you're seeing in this gameplay, I'm pretty much, you know, focusing in a specific area, not staying in one spot the whole time. Like right now, pretty much what you're seeing me right now is that they know that I'm shooting from the window, so I get my kill and I move and I get back over here, and as soon as I hear any footsteps, because the footsteps in here are very, very loud, I ended up, you know, moving and then you know, getting my kills just as so. You pretty much, you know, just see me going around in a circle. So anyways, so as I was saying, yes, you will get your weapon kills a lot quicker than when you play in core, and so that extra, you know, 50 health, you're not going to basically see any impact whatsoever when it comes to hardcore mode. So I know that some may say that, yeah, you kill quicker but you also die quicker, Well, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. Now, how is dying quicker a good thing? Well, once again, hear me out. One of the reasons that some people don't play hardcore, because they mainly play core, is because they said that once they end up playing hardcore, they're going to get so used to killing people so quick that when they go back to core, it's going to make it more difficult for them, because they have to get readjusted to going back to having to shoot more bullets into an enemy to be able to get that one kill. And the way that I look at things are different. This is how I see dying quicker in hardcore as an advantage. Now, if you go back to my prior videos, I mainly play hardcore, but I also love playing core, so you'll see in my content a lot of hardcore gameplay and a very good amount of core gameplay as well. Now, what I've personally have noticed that when I played hardcore is basically trained me to learn how to stay alive a lot longer, because unlike Infinite Warfare, all the other hardcore game modes, just like in this one, you will get shot once and end up dying, or if you happen to be lucky enough to survive that shot, the very next shot is going to kill you for sure. Your health does not regenerate like it did in IW, so it helps you learn how to stay alive longer. Therefore, when you go back to core, you'll be able to get into the score streaks or into the higher score streaks a lot easier, because you're so used to learning how to stay alive. Now, another way that playing hardcore helps you out is that when you play core, you rely so much on the minimap. When you play hardcore, as you can see, there is no minimap. So if you happen to be playing core and somebody throws in a counter UAV and it ends up scrambling the minimap, it doesn't really matter though, because you are so used to playing without the minimap that you end up relying on paying more attention to what you hear, listening to the different sounds of enemy footsteps, paying more attention. Basically, it heightens your other senses when it comes to playing Call of Duty, other than just paying mostly more attention to the minimap itself. And that's once again though because you're going to be paying more attention to the sounds, and not only paying attention to the sounds, to listen to the enemy though, but you will also pay more attention to what your teammates are doing. So that's basically, it's just going to raise your awareness into not only what your enemy is doing, or the enemy is doing though, but also what your teammates are doing, since you can't really rely on a minimap. So if somebody calls in a UAV, or you yourself call in a UAV, and you have that minimap, it just basically feels like you're cheating. So when you go back into core, constantly having the minimap, it just basically feels like you're actually cheating. It's almost like you feel like you're running a UAV at all times. By the way, if you're paying attention to the gameplay, you notice that they caught on to me using that window in the middle a lot. So now that they finally caught on to it, you pretty much see me pretty much changing my strategy. And so now I'm basically trying to flank them and go around the beach area and try to catch them off guard, just like I did at this moment. So yeah, I do camp though, but it doesn't mean that I'm always in one area. I do strategize on what I'm going to do. I do like to pay attention to what's going on. And so anyways, going back to what I was saying, let me know what your thoughts are. Once again, this is pretty much how you end up leveling up your weapons quicker. Just go ahead and play hardcore. Now at this moment into the gameplay, I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up, because you pretty much see me moving around and didn't really find much action anymore though. But anyways, if you haven't before, give hardcore a try. Let me know what you guys think, and you'll see that you'll level up those weapons quicker. I ended up going 40-6 in my first hardcore gameplay, as you'll see in just a sec. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later. If you enjoyed this video and would like to keep up with upcoming new content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all soon.